My name is Himnish Goel, and I welcome you all to the Everyday Consultants podcast show, where we talk about the uncertain trajectory it takes for stepping into the shoes of a consultant's mind, from adapting to constantly learn through research and developing their own theories, objectives, and opinions, for advising businesses from their areas of expertise to communicate the fine line between an SME and polymath. Thanks for taking the time to join me, and let's tune into today's episode of learning more about the anniversary of first-year teachings you gain from working in the shoes of a full-time professional after coming out of those college days type of student feeling. So for today's topic, I can't even believe that time flies really fast, and how experience is something that you gather over a period of time, like time flying by, as you can see my poor joke, without even we as humans noticing it. It's already been 1 year of me being a full-time professional working in the industry for a major consulting company called Accenture. And just to see the learning growths of how much you gain from working in those shoes of a full-time professional is a totally different feeling than what it might have been when you were a student at college. I remember having to go from door to door to find experiences online because of the pandemic, internships, a lot of things didn't turn out well, the job market wasn't so great. Also learning in campus from those first 3.5 semesters before the pandemic started. And all those leading up to this moment where I would eventually get to work for this big company that I didn't know about at the time, and now realize how much of a benefit it was for me and how I took the right decision to go with Accenture. From the very moment I stepped in to the very first day when they talked about the purpose of their mission for Let There Be Change, has definitely shown me on every project where change is getting implemented from a technology, a business, a design standpoint, because we cover it all, from federal, from corporate, to acquiring Droga, rebranding the song, and all these other fascinating components. Like every year, there's so much happening in the company. There's so many extra credit things you can do to make yourself feel so much more valuable. To helping people, to helping other departments, to helping your clients on projects. There's just, that first year is your ultimate growth. Just as like the first year of fitness is for you to get the most out of your stamina. Or that first year is for when you're just carved in interest for reading books. Or for that first year is when you find an interest in making a portfolio or doing Lego blocks. That first year is the most important, because that is what lets you decide that, okay, is this what I would like to do, or is this something that I would prefer to do? Whether it be clients from retail, financial services, insurance, healthcare. There's so many out there. It's like endless. Even clients in like the hotel space as well need help. So just, getting that chance to kind of put my feet wet in something related to design-wise, or putting my feet wet in helping an individual employee at Accenture, or putting my feet wet in RVA Tech, or with the recruiting team, or with that person, or getting to mentor another buddy, or whoever it is. We're all somehow living up to that mission, to kind of feeling as a part of this big, humongous culture at Accenture. The number just keeps on getting bigger and bigger, and the people staying there for experience-wise just keeps getting bigger and bigger, because it's just so well cultured and maintained, of just how they keep up with that every single year. And the fact of how, diversity is the core of this company, meaning giving women and men the same opportunities to go up in their career, whether it be bonuses or promotions or even simple recognitions. Everyone is equal in this company for getting awards for the success that they've put in, so that they can feel that there's a sort of value that they have in that company. And besides the competition levels of consulting being extremely high, of everyone want to be on each, everyone trying to go above and beyond, there is this sort of human culture that sort of keeps us together as one company. And I think it's really important for any employee or even consultants to put that consultant hat on and to kind of reflect back from things that you've improved on from where you were a year before to where you are a year now. What I was when I came out of high school, or the first year after college, second year for college, third year, or even my first year after Accenture, are all extremely different years, because I was learning something different every time. When I was in the pandemic halfway to when I was on campus full way, or when I was trying to get employed during that last year, making my 4-year degree 3 was more different than what it was being a full-time professional and taking the responsibility of a full-time adult at the same time. Even though being an adult beforehand, but this time with a full-time position, job you could say. And just thinking of those questions like what, how, when, how was this, to kind of put that together so that in sort of remembering those key moments and then seeing and then putting it as like an analysis in your brain to kind of see where does the second year go at that company, and then being able to have something to compare with always helps and gives you a better taste of what will the next year look like, or the next year, or the next year, or the next year. Because every year we're always figuring out something new. It's not just me, it's not just you, it's the whole world, it's the whole universe, it's all the galactic folks outside of this earth as well. So I guess those are my two kind of cents, as I like to say, as to what you should take back from your first working year anniversary as a full-time professional when coming out of college or when starting a new company, because it helps you as a person give yourself reflective feedback that is so much more helpful, because only you know yourself better. So until then, stay tuned for the next episode of Everyday Consultants, and hopefully you gain some extremely valuable insight about this topic. And I hope you're able to put this to use, implementation, and take it in the positive way of light, so that you can keep on striving, keep on consulting your way to problems, and keep on finding solutions to how to make yourself a better person. Until then, see ya. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and also leave a review of how much you enjoyed listening to Everyday Consultants. While you're at it, be sure to provide any feedback you might have on my LinkedIn posts in the comments below, And if you know of a friend who's curious about learning quick bites of information regarding the life of a consultant, then be sure to recommend my show to them or anyone that you think might benefit from listening to it. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on LinkedIn, Reddit, and Twitter by searching my name on the platform. If you're interested in looking at some of my other professional content that is currently in the works, then in that case, you can take a look at my Linktree portfolio that can be found below in the description or show notes of this episode. Don't forget to tune in to listening to all episodes of Everyday Consultants and wherever you're able to find your local podcast. Until next time, stay broad, be curious, and be passionate about listening to a conversation where knowledgeable advice gets provided about the world of consulting, about a consultant in our next episode. Peace out.